morning everybody. This is Sureka and I'm going to take unit 8 for grade 8. Okay. Students, please open your student book, page number 70. Okay. We are going to skills about vocabulary. Alright. Now in page number 70, we have pictures. If you all can have a look at these pictures here, there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures. Okay. Now before that, I just want to explain every word which is there in this. Okay, the vocabulary words. The first word is homelessness. What do we mean by the term homelessness? It means people who don't have a home. Now there are many people who don't have homes. They're just, lying on the roads because they don't have enough money to either pay the rents or even own a house. Okay. The next one is, now all these are the disasters of people, the problems faced by many people. So I'm just going to explain the vocabulary words to you. Alright. The second word is child labor. Now what do you mean by child labor? See, many times children, some small children, they are not sent to school because the parents do not have money to pay their fees, correct? Now, for those children, they are deprived of their childhood activities. Usually, a child will go to school and learn few things, play with their friends, but they are not allowed to do that. Why? Because the parents are sending them to do work in other houses or go for construction works, build houses, help their mothers to build houses and all those things. So that kind of a term is called child labor. And then the third word is endangered species. Now endangered species are likely to become extinct. Now these are the animals which become extinct. The dinosaur is one of the examples. Alright. So we have to protect such animals and not allow them to become extinct. What's the meaning of extinct? Not, there is no animal into existence again, right? That particular species means that particular kind. Then the fourth one is pollution. As we all know, introduction of contaminants into the air. It can be into the air, into the water, anything which is dirty and makes the air impure or the water impure is called as pollution. The next one is floods and slides. What do you mean by floods? Now floods is something we studied before this. It covers or fills a place with water. That's called as a flood. Either the road is filled with water during the noon time, you could see, right? And landslide is when the rocks suddenly fall down beside another rock and there is a lot of separation within the land. So that's called as a landslide. Last class, I think I even showed you pictures. And famine. Famine is scarcity of food. When somebody doesn't have money to buy food for many days, they live without food for many days. Why? Because that is called as scarcity of food. There's not enough money to buy food. Poverty is extremely poor. A person who is extremely poor, that means poverty. Alright? So piracy is again another term which is used when people attack a ship from stealing. They attack a ship and they steal the things which are there in a ship. So that is called as piracy. Alright? Racism is the difference between behavioral aspects between the groups. Usually you would have seen in many countries they have this racism, between groups. When one group follows something, the other group thinks that is not good. That is a kind of racism, be it even color. Alright? So now we go on to the pictures. When you see the first picture, what do you see? A man lying down there. So the first picture's answer is homelessness. Alright? The second picture there, a small child is doing work. So that is child labor. Alright? Please write down or mark number them. Alright? This box here. Number them. And then the third picture is a bear. Right? So what do you see in the third picture? Endangered species, right? This time, these bears are very few, correct? The panda bear is very few now. You don't see them everywhere. So they are going to become extinct. So we have to save them. And then pollution. The fourth one is pollution. Can you see the air pollution there? So much of smoke, right? So that's number 4. And number 5, you see, where's number 5? Yeah, you see 2 children here without food in their bowl. So that's called poverty. They are extremely poor. So mark number 5 for poverty. And then number 6. What do we see in number 6 here? In picture number 6, we see floods, right? Floods and landslides. So mark floods and landslides as picture number 6. Alright. Now, I want to tell you all to listen. There are a few paragraphs which I'm going to speak to you about. There are 6 kinds of people. So please listen to this and mark accordingly. Alright. I'm going to read it out to you. I'm going to read this. Please listen carefully. The first speaker says, the European lynx is a wild type of cat. These beautiful animals nearly become extinct in Europe over 100 years ago. But they were reintroduced in Switzerland in 1971 and there are now 200 in Poland. They eat rabbits and small deer. Now speaker number 2. Let's hear what speaker number 2 says, okay? Nobody knows exactly how many homeless people there are in Britain, but we know that many of them are teenagers who have left their home after a family argument or because their parents have divorced. They sleep in parks or on street. So that's the speaker number 2, alright? And then the third speaker. Last night, 2 young black men were attacked in South London. They were leaving a restaurant when 4 white men came up to them and asked for money. The police suspect a racist motive. So that's the speaker number 3, alright? Now we go on to speaker number 4. It hasn't rained here for 2 years. The animals have all died and it's impossible to grow crops. The people are very hungry. If we don't get some food to this region soon, many people will die. That is the speaker number 4. And then speaker number 5 now. Let's hear what speaker number 5 is going to say. Malaria is easy to prevent with drugs, yet each year it causes disease in approximately 515 million people and kills between 1 and 3 million people, the majority of whom are young children in sub-Saharan Africa. Alright, that's speaker number 5. And the last person who's speaking is speaker number 6. These football shirts are made in Bangladesh. The children that make them receive only $1 a day. That is why they are so cheap. But these children work very long hours in difficult conditions. Now we heard all the 6 speakers, okay? Now we are going to write in those boxes how many of them, what each speaker said, alright? Now when we look at the box here we see speaker number 1, right? Now speaker number 1 speaks about endangered species. Speaker number 2 speaks about homelessness. Speaker number 3 speaks about racism. And speaker number 4 speaks about famine. Speaker number 5 speaks about disease. And speaker number 6 speaks about child labor. So please, if you want, you can go back to the video, listen to the audio again where I read all the speakers. Listen to it and mark accordingly and write the names here. Alright, just don't blindly write. Please follow what I read and write accordingly, okay? Then the next part of speak, we're going to question number 1. Here it says, read the speaking tip below and look at the photo number 1. Which words from the box do you need to describe it? Now you see that in the photo 1, which words from the box you need to describe? So the words which describe the box here, this man is sleeping. Speaker number 1, it says, this picture here is picture number 1. It says he's homeless, right? So he'll feel cold, dangerous, home, he's poor, he's sleepy, he has a sleeping bag and he's on the street. So these are the words which explain about him, alright? So the only word which doesn't explain about him is smoke, mud, correct? The rest everything explains about him. Now the second one is answer the questions about photo. Photo number 1, use the word in the exercise to help you. Now we are only taking photo number 1 in both, alright? Now in the photo number 1 it says where is he? He is in the street. Then why is he there? Because he is homeless. And question number 3 is what is he doing? He is sleeping. And the question 4 is how do you think he is feeling? He might be feeling cold, lonely and depressed. So these are the answers. Please complete them and also complete your workbook. Alright? I will also send the answer keys to you. Okay? So have a nice day, be safe and complete your work. Alright? Thank you.